The area that I live in Colorado is called the Black Forest. Several years ago, there was a devastating fire that started here and burned hundreds of thousands of acres of this land. And I'm sitting here in some of that burned out area on our friend's property. It was a devastating fire. It brought a lot of destruction, and many people, including our friends, lost their homes. They lost everything they had. But you know, fire can also be a refining force. In the giant sequoia forests in California, which I was privileged to go see several years ago, an item on my bucket list I might add, we learned that the fire actually makes the sequoias grow stronger, and without the fire they're very, very weak. That's an interesting fact, and as we walked around some of these amazing giant sequoia trees, we came upon the largest one, which is called the General Sherman. And that tree is majestic. I can't even describe it. But as I walked around the massive trunk of this tree, I realized there was a huge scar. It was so big I could have walked inside of it and you wouldn't have seen me. And it was black. It looked ugly. And yet, as we studied more about these trees and as we read the information from the forest rangers there, we learned that the General Sherman is standing, even with this massive gash that's burned out, that the tree protected itself. It's got tannins in its bark that protect itself. And I thought, isn't that amazing what God has done in this fire to protect these trees and help them to grow? But that got me thinking about my own life. It is in the heat of the fire that we discover who we really are. It is in adversity that we learn the meaning of true friendship and who our true friends really are. It's facing difficulty, and when we conquer those fears that we grow, we're refined, and we have several choices we can make. We can choose to accept the challenge in front of us, to face it head on, and to work through the issues that are related to that. Or we can choose to run away and become embittered, embarrassed, and live with shame. I'm going to read you a quote from Viktor Frankl, who was a Jewish prisoner in the Nazi concentration camps in the 1930s. He said, "We have absolutely no control over what happens to us in life, but what we have paramount control over is how we respond to those events." Isn't that true? We can choose in the moments of adversity whether we are going to face them, like I said, or run away and choose to become bitter and believe that everything and everyone in life is against us. So as I look at the scars in my own life, those that are hidden and those that are visible, I have to ask, have I allowed adversity to make me strong, like the General Sherman? Or am I running away? Am I choosing to become a bitter person? Psalm 66, 9 and 10 says that God preserved us among the living. He didn't let our fleet slip a bit, but you, God, have tested us. You've refined us like silver. You see, I have a choice. I can become refined, or I can become weaker. I can allow the fire to consume me. So what fire are you facing today? What problem in your life do you need to overcome? Are you going to allow that fire to refine you, or are you going to run away and become weaker and more damaged and more scarred and embittered? Like the General Sherman sequoia, I hope that you will fight, that you will allow the test to prove your worth. I'd love to talk to you about this. I'd love to hear your comments. If you want to leave a comment below, please do so. You can also send me a direct message, or you could email me at kirsten@kirstendsamuel.com. Kirsten is spelled Kirsten, middle initial D as in Diane, last name Samuel, Samuel, no S on the end, thank you. I hope your day is going well. Until next time.